If you're just starting the Exponents and Powers module, you will soon meet the wonderful, the most powerful power tutor. But he hired me to explain his lesson in a video and give a tutorial. So, one thing he also wanted me to do is to play this song. It's his favorite song. It's called I've Got the Power. And I'm sure it's going to get stuck in your head, which is a good thing because we're going to be powering up some numbers. So take a listen. I've got the power! I've got the power! Alright, stuck in your head? Good. Now let's do a little bit of math. Okay, so when we exponentiate a number or raise it to a higher power, we're not doubling it, we're not adding things, we're not tripling, we're actually multiplying. And it's not what you think, probably. First, let's look at the anatomy of a number. So if we have this number 5, right? Okay, it's the regular 5. It's nothing special, right? Well, actually, there are things hiding inside this 5. First of all, it's being multiplied to 1. And what's 1 times 5? Isn't that 5? Yes, it is. It also has a power of 1. 5 to the 1 power. 5 to the 1 power means that there's 1 5 present, which is being multiplied to 1. We're going to call this 5, the actual number, a base. And we're going to call the exponent, which is 1, the exponent. Or a power. Same thing. And just this explanation follows the power rule number 1, which says that any number raised to the first power is itself. So we can let x be any number, raise it to the 1 power, and it's going to be itself. Let's do another. 34 to the 1 power. 34. 467 to the 1 power. That is 467. Got it? But what does it actually mean to exponentiate a number? Like, what is the real meaning? Well, in the case of a positive integer exponent, so integers, positive integers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even 0. 0 isn't positive, but it's an integer. All the way to infinity. We can use these exponents as a guide to tell you how many times to write the base in multiplication. So let's try it. Let's try another example. If we have 5 to the 2nd power, we can also call this 5 squared as well. But 5 to the 2nd power, following the rule, the 2nd power, or an exponent of 2, tells us how many times to write 5 in multiplication, twice. So write 5 twice. 5 times 5, what's that? That's 25. Simple. Now, a lot of people get confused and they think that it's 5 times 2. That is totally different because 5 times 2 is 10. 5 squared is not that. It's not the same as that. As we see up here, 5 squared is 5 times 5, not 5 times 2. So let's do another one. 6 squared. Oh, and before we go on, Power Tutor wanted me to say, I've got the power. Now we can exponentiate. 6 to the 2nd power means we represent 6 twice in multiplication. 6 times 6, 36. Let's try a higher power. 5 to the 3rd power. Before we go on, I've got the power. Okay. 3 is our power. This time we're not going to write it twice. We're going to write it 3 times. I'm going to write the base, which is 5, 3 times. Multiply that all together. All right? We already did 5 times 5. We know that's 25. We have one more 5 though. 25 times 5, that is 125. And that's our answer. This brings us to our second power rule. Power rule number 2, which says that the exponent or power tells you how many times to write the base so that you can multiply it. Boom, that's what we've been doing. So let x be any number. If we have x squared, it's x times x. If we have x cubed, it's x times x times x. We have x fourth, x times x times x times x. And so on into infinity. Alright, so why don't you try a few and enter it into the Got It section when you press next.